if you've got to use it. Remember, and if you've got to put a lot of weight in your car or van or whatever, because you, for whatever reason, you're moving house, or you've got to move stuff. If you've got to do it, you've got to do it. Remember, using fuel unnecessary or a lot, or racing hard with people just driving fast. Okay, what happens with that is it damages building, bridges, vegetation. Also, it's air pollution by damaging, also by damaging the air zone, ozone and layer. It does, and people who suffer with respirations, that will cause them breathing problems. Even if you don't suffer with respiration, it makes your breathing harder as well, even if you're a healthy person, because the fume was admitted into the air. So it makes it worse for everybody's breathing. It does it in general. So always press the accelerator gently and ease off the accelerator gently. Also by pressing the brake gently. Ideally, try not to stop if you try not to stop. But if you got to stop, you got to stop. And remember, also engine braking helps with the fuel economy. That literally helps with engine braking. But remember, the main thing is, remember, the rule is brakes are for braking. There's no ambiguity. It's definitive. The other thing I wanted to say is that as well, what can help with your eco driving is scanning and planning. So that way you know when to use the gas and you know use when to use the brakes. So like now I was talking to you guys, so to speak. So, but the engine wasn't on. So if I was speaking to you guys and the engine was off, um, I'm going against my own argument. So remember, when you sit, if you're gonna talk to someone at the side of the road, remember, turn your engine off, take the key out, and just speak to them. You don't need to have to run the engine running while you're speaking to someone on your mobile phone. Remember, it's an offence as well to have the key in the engine, speaking to someone while you're on the mobile phone. Okay, so I'm gonna start the engine and show you what I do for community for fuel economy. Let's get here off the drive here. So remember, I'm not talking about. Hello, good morning. My name is David from Ever Success Driving School of Motoring. Today is about eco driving. I just want to talk about the things what we can do for eco driving. Um, Eco driving is basically is maintaining a steady speed using cruise control when you're on dual carriageway or motorway. It can be effective. It's effective enough to save your fuel and economy where possible. Try and use your cruise control. Also, avoid excessive idling. Turn off your engine if you're waiting longer than a minute in traffic. So this way you can save fuel. And keep windows closed at higher speeds, even normal speeds as well, to reduce drag. Finally, plan your routes with to avoid congestion routes, and also reduce stop driving. So remember, when you plan your routes, remember use a sat nav. Sat nav can get you out of traffic. That can, and it'll find quicker routes for you to get there. Or if you know a quicker route, go there, drive there yourself. Especially if you know the route where you're going to go, it's going to be longer. Or use a map. Use a map if you're going somewhere for the first time. If you don't, if your knowledge is not good, you don't have a sat nav, etc. Because what you don't want to do is get lost and find yourself just driving around. That will use up a lot of fuel. Okay, so that way it will save you massively boost on your MPG. 1 second, I'm going to sneeze. And and the other thing, keep up with regular servicing. Okay, that ensures with ensuring the engine runs efficiently, especially if you know to do servicing your car yourself. That will help it make cheaper as well. And also reduce excessive weight and choose most efficient route, even if it's slightly longer, like I was telling you. Um, and then you don't want excessive weight. You don't want ideally no weight in your boot as well, or on your or roof racks or empty boxes on top of your car. And because remember, you have to use more acceleration, so you're using up a lot more fuel, and that would round it out for you. You should always pump up your tires to the manufacturer's guide, because if your tires are not pumped up, you're going to find the car have to work harder. The boot should give. Remember, the boot should be empty, and also nothing on the roof, like I was telling you before, because it can cause excessive weight and uses up a lot of fuel. So remember, if you got to use the roof rack for going on holiday or carrying stuff, you got to use it. I'm not going to turn left or right, but mirror signal and meeting traffic, emerging, approaching junction, that sort of thing. It's all about how I use acceleration. So I'm scanning. I'm scanning the zebra crossing ahead. It's a single one. You could use two flashing Felician beacons. So the plan was to slow down if I need to slow down and ease off the accelerator. So here now it says slow because of the hump. So I'm not going to maintain 20. So I'm going to slow down from now early and use a lower gear. This is what I'm going to do to go over the hump smoothly. Remember, your telematics, if you've got telematics in your car, okay, the car, when you're going over these humps, the car is saying you're driving badly and the road turning left. Okay, so the car is saying you're driving badly, the car is saying, because the car doesn't know there's humps in the road, because the car can't see the humps. The car can't. So go over the humps smoothly, and then you'll get a good score from your telematics. If your car, I'm going to turn right these lights. So if your car has got the system where it tells you where to change. So I'm gently braking early here, and let's stop at this light. So this is like what I'm saying. If you've got to stop, you've got to stop. So yeah. So if your car has got the system where it tells you when to change the gears up and down, ideally use that system in your car. It's there to help you to save fuel economy. So remember as well, if you hear the engine roaring, it's telling you need a higher gear, but try not to get to that stage before the car is actually roaring. Change it sooner before then. And if the car is struggling, that means you're too high of a gear. Your gears is not matching the speed of the engine. So what's happened? So what some people will do, let's say example, they're going up a hill and they should have been in second because the hill is really steep. What they will do, they will floor it, put the floor down. They're not going faster, the car's just taking longer to build up speed. So what's happening in that situation is so traffic in front of me, I can see brake lights, so I'm easing off from now, and I'm keeping a nice 2-second gap. So what happens in that situation is that when you force the car to go uphill, so even though the gas is to the floor but the car is still struggling, that means you're going to burn a lot more fuel, a lot, because you're not being in the gear for that right situation. Like now I'm turning left at the lights, so I'm checking my mirrors now and signaling. Now position to left. I'm braking early. Now put the clutch down just before I stop. So ideally I wanted to keep going, but because I had to stop, I came off the gas. The moment I see the lights change to red and amber, I mean amber and red, then I come off the gas, then start gently braking. Yeah, so always keep scanning and planning. So that way you can use the accelerator sparingly and also the brakes. That's going to save massively on your fuel. It will massively. It will save on your fuel. So I can see the lights to my left. Is on the green man. So what I'm going to do is give you my score with the telematics at the end. I've reset the telematics to everything was started on 00. So prepare the car, I'm going to go now. Now go gently round this bend, gently. It's telling me second gear at 10 miles per hour. So I'm changing to a higher gear. Now I make progress gently. So now the car's telling me at 19, change to third gear, and I did. So I'm still in, so I'm at 23. I'll tell you when I'm going to change to a higher gear. But I can't keep looking at the dashboard. I need to look at the road. But go by the sound of what. Now at 26, my car is telling me change to fourth gear, so I'm changing to fourth gear. Now here, so it's a right hand bend and a left hand bend. So I'm going to ease off the gas a bit, so that way I can get better control to go around the bend. So now as I'm out the bend, now I start to press back on the gas again. So maintain a nice steady speed here. So remember, every car is different in the sense of like when to change your gears up, when to change your gears down. Because as I'm telling you, because you can't see on my dash cam because it's only facing outwards, and the rear camera. So see for the bend here now, I'm braking first, selecting third gear before the bend, so I can deal with the bend. Now I'm on the straight, squeeze the gas gently. I'm going to stay in third gear because it says slow on the floor for the left-hander. I'm not talking about positioning, remember, I'm only talking about, now I'm at 25, the car's telling me fourth gear. Now, the car can't read, there's a bend in front of me, because I know I'm going to slow down, so brake first, and now third gear. The car it can't see, remember, the car can't see, but you know as the driver, what gear you should be using for that bend. And like here now, I can't see over the brow of the hill, so I drive at a reduced speed until I can see. Slight left-hand bend. So remember, when you're going downhill, the car's going to travel faster. So be prepared to control the speed nice and early. I'm going to follow the roundabout ahead. So I'm slowing the car down. I know I have to stop. There's a car on my right, signal right to go. I'm trying not to stop. Make the car go slow. This is what you want. This is what I'm talking about. Try not to stop. No signal left. You must try not to stop. Because remember, when you stop, okay, the car's got to use up a loads of energy to get the car moving again. But remember, whatever vehicle you're driving, that vehicle is literally heavy. It's literally heavy. Even if it's a tiny car, it's still literally heavy. So you need fuel to get it moving. But obviously, heavier the vehicle or the bike, whatever you're riding as well, that's going to use up even more fuel. But the main thing is knowing what to do to save on your fuel, whatever vehicle or whatever motorbike you're riding, or even scooter, if it's petrol scooter. But nowadays it's electric. So remember, while you're waiting, remember what you don't want to be doing is have the car at the biting point and pressing on the gas. That is a waste of fuel. Just get ready and go. Now progress, second gear now, nice and early. And so I'm scanning in the distance. Look at the lights, is on green. Okay, I've slowed down here because I can't see the right to the pedestrian crossing. So my plan is to stop if I need to stop. So now I make progress because I passed the zebra crossing. I can see that it's safe. Now here I can see it's a sharp right-hander. So what I have to do now is off the gas early, gently brake, and feed the car around into the bend. Now slowing for the pedestrian. So I'm signaling, I'm telling the car behind what I'm doing. Next road on the right, centre mirror, offside mirror, signal right. Position the car now to the right, so cars behind me can pass. So I'm gently braking now. I'm trying not to stop here. So clutch down to the floor, put in first gear, look into junction, and let the car creeping. Voila. So remember, it's all about scanning, planning, and timing. There's meeting situation here. There's loads of vehicles coming, so I know I've got to stop. There's not enough space for me to get through. Remember, they got priority, so I shouldn't be squeezing to try to get through. So I'm now going to go. So I check all my mirrors first, obviously. Watch out for this vehicle, don't move away. And then change up to higher gear once I've reached 10 miles per hour. That's what my car is telling me. So remember, I'm only talking about what my car is telling me to do with the gears. Because your car may say, or motorbike, whatever you're riding, to tell you to change gears at a certain speed. I notice the car what I'm driving is Mercedes B class 1.6 blue efficiency it is, and my car I notice at 20 miles per hour. So now here I don't want to stop, so I keep going, but I time it and I go through. This is what I do. I've got maintain a nice steady speed. Yeah, so I notice with my car at 20 miles per hour it tells me to change up to third gear, but probably in another car they'd be staying in second gear at 20 miles per hour and their engine is not racing. My hypothesis why my car tells me to change up at third gear. So you see here I'm scanning and planning. So here's the car in front of me. The plan is to keep going. If it waits, I'm going to slow it down a bit, so I'll give it a chance to go to his left, and I thank them. So you see, it's all about scanning and planning. That way you can't go wrong. Then it's all a doddle. The light is on red now, so I'm trying not to stop. So I'm cruising up to that light. I'm in first, I'm going to change to second. Here you go, low world. This is what you call timing. Mess about. I'm going to try not to stop as here, but I need to give that vehicle space, time and distance to turn at the same time. Yeah, so what I was saying that, yeah, so with my car at 20 it tells me third gear. It's literally the arrow points upwards and it says 3. But if you're in another car, you can be driving at 20 and the engine is not roaring. I believe that is the design for Mercedes, so that way it's more fuel efficient and it saves on the environment. And on this car what I've got is Mercedes-Benz B-Class 1.6. It's got a green button, and it says Eco. Always have that button on. So imagine, so when you're in traffic as well, and you're going to stop longer than necessary, it will turn the engine off to save on your fuel. So remember, use the features what your car come with. So I'm going to just follow this roundabout ahead. I'm going to try not to stop, but if I've got to stop, I've got to stop. I'm slowing for the pedestrian first. That's my first priority. My second priority is giving priority to the road on the right. I stop there slightly. I'm looking to the right. I'm creeping, looking in all directions. I can go because it's clear. Checking my signal left. But remember, the rule, I'm not talking about what to do with about roundabouts and so forth. Remember, it's just about. So my car at the moment is I'm at 27 and it told me 4th gear. Yeah, so mainly about fuel economy. Use your accelerator sparingly and gently. It's a slight right hand out here. Gonna position to the left, but I still maintain a nice steady speed here. So I'm scanning and planning to how I'm going to use my acceleration and my braking effectively and smoothly, consistently throughout the drive. So once I get around this bend, I'm going to take the second road on the left. So my plan now is to be in the appropriate gear for this bend. So I gently brake, change down from third to second now. So check my mirrors now, signal left. And this is appropriate to take the bend nice and gently. So when you take the turning gently like that, the car's reading, your telematic is reading. So this driver is driving not too bad. And the car, what the car's gonna do is gonna reward you with a nice high system. And every single time when you drive, you want to ideally try and beat that score. So you see, like now I'm going downhill, the car's going to go faster, so I've got to make sure I don't go over that speed, because if I even go over the speed by 1 mile per hour, I'm literally wasting fuel. So here now I'm off the gas completely, no brakes. What I can do, so I don't, because some hills you just got to use the brake. But if you don't want to use the brake and you want to do engine braking, go to a lower gear. Remember, it depends on the steepness of that gradient, what gear you're going to need if you're going to use engine braking. But remember, like I said to you earlier, brakes is for slowing. Brakes is for slowing, because you're signaling it. You're telling people behind you what you're going to do. So you need to give them some form of warning that like you're slowing down or stopping. So that these lights are going to turn right. So merge from now. I'm off the gas early. Now braking early. Cover the clutch to the floor. Easing off the brake as well. Easing off so the car's not dipping. That's what you want. So handbrake neutral. So remember, anytime you're braking, you want to pretend that you got a cup of water on the dashboard and it's full to the brim and you don't want to spill it. And the only way to do that is literally gently brake, prepare the car, look into the junction. Now second gear before I turn, slowly off the clutch, so it's nice and smooth. Remember, no G-force when you're turning as well. So because that way you're using the bump in the road is taking me off my words, what I'm saying. So I'm scanning the zebra crossing, because if someone was near the zebra crossing, what I would have done is slow down and time it so I don't have to stop. Like around here now, there's going to be a double bend. There's a warning sign warning of pedestrian crossing, so I may have to stop. So the car is telling me 4th gear. But remember, you got to use your own mind, and not always the computer's mind, and go to 3rd gear. So remember, use your own mind, because the car is saying, David, you're at so and so's speed, so you should be ideally in 3rd gear. But you have to say to yourself, but if you do change up to that gear, what's going to happen? You're more than likely going to go too fast for the conditions of the road. You're going to, or you're going to find yourself pressing more harder on the gas. So left at the lights, merge signal left, change second. Now take it smoothly, slow it down smoothly, so you can get rewarded. That's it. And now I'm out the bend. Progress is telling me higher gear. So right the light. So what I don't do is change to a higher gear, because let the car roll to a nice gentle stop. That's what you want to do. And then just stop here. Because remember, when the car's telling you to change gears, to change up to a higher gear, remember that is only a guide. So only use that as a guideline. So preparing the car now. Look into the junction. 2nd gear before I move the steering. That's how soon you want to change to a higher gear. Now I'm out of the bend, make progress. Now look in front of me. I don't speed up to 30. That'd be unnecessary. I time it. Lights is on green. I time it. Because what I don't need to be doing is speed up straight away to 30 miles per hour, then find myself braking all of a sudden. I'm at the point of no return, so there in that situation I can keep going, watch the pedestrian and easing off the gap. So I'll keep a nice 2-second gap here. I can see in the distance that the light is on red. So what I'm going to do now is slow down with the brakes, select second gear, lights have changed, keeping a nice 2-second gap. The car's telling me third gear at 80 miles per hour, so I change to third gear. I'm scanning in the distance, I can see the lights, everybody's on their brakes, so that's a signal to me. So in this situation, I've got no choice to stop, but I changed down sooner here to second gear. So now I'm gently braking now. Now I'm changing down to first gear. Let the car go really slow. I'm covering the brake. Now I'm gently braking, covering the clutch. Now clutch to the floor, brake to a gentle brake. Ease off the brake slightly. No dipping. Mess about. I'm brake neutral. So that's it, really. That's all it is for eco-safe driving. The scanning and planning. I can see the lights have changed because I can see, well, I don't see the actual light, but I see reflections. So at 9 miles per hour, the car is telling me second gear. Lights have changed back to red. So no gas, just tiny bit of brake covering the clutch. More brakes now. Clutch to the floor. And just making it roll. And now stop. Just have brake neutral. That's it. You can do it. Just practice it. But remember, when you're going to do eco driving, follow the rules of the law of your country, whatever country you're in, because each country may say different. And also do research yourself. Whoever you're training with, if they're not telling you about eco driving, just ask them. Just ask them, and they will coach you through it. That's what I do. I coach my clients through eco driving. And what I've got as well, I've got a system. I should have showed it to you guys earlier. I've got a system. I'm trying to remember the order, how I grade it. The first grading is from bronze, silver, gold, champion, elite, master, then grandmaster. But I've got categories. I put them in categories of their points, depending how they've done on the ecosystem, and I let them also take a picture. I let them take a picture of their eco display. My eco display at the moment is literally on 94% it is on at the moment. Because I'm going to go where hills are now, that's going to go down massively. That will do. And then also, let's see what the MPG is saying. From start, it's 4 miles. It's on 31.3, 29 minutes. Average mile, 11 miles per hour. It's not bad, but could be better. But I need to refine it more. Got to refine it. So changing up to higher gear. Same again. Keeping a nice safety gap. Because the worst thing what you want to do, speed up, slow down, speed up, slow down. Remember, come off the clutch nice, slowly and smoothly. Listen to the engine of your car. My car is at 26, then now it's telling me 4th gear. So I changed to a higher gear. Now, further down the road, I'm going to turn right at the lights. So, check my mirrors now. There's a police van on my right. I signal, but I wait. But remember, we're not talking about changing lane, but I'm just helping you guys. It's passed. I wait for a 2-second gap. Check my mirrors again. Cancel the signal. That's it. I'm going to keep to the right as well. That's what I'm going to do. I'm off the gas early, braking early. Clutch to the floor now. I'm keeping a nice 2-second gap. I've stopped, handbrake, neutral. Off the pedals. And the other thing is, if you live somewhere and you're constantly driving where there's humps, okay, the car's going to think that you're driving badly, so it's going to score you badly. It will do. But if you live somewhere, you live near where the motorway is, or near dual carriageway, or you travel a lot on the motorway or dual carriageway, you're going to get a fantastic telematic score. You'll get here. I'm trying not to stop. This is what you want to do here. So it's all about scanning and planning and timing. Lights on green. Hopefully it doesn't change. But you don't remember, what you don't do is rush to beat those lights. Because when you rush and speed up to try and beat those lights, you're using up too much fuel. So lights I can see changing in the distance. So I'm ease off the gas early. The car is telling me to change to second, but the car doesn't know that I want to stop. It doesn't. So you don't do that. So this is what I mean about, you use the car controls as a guide. So I'm going uphill now, so the car's got to work harder. It's got to work harder, so I'm going to use more fuel. So this is where I'm not going to get a good score going up the hill. Look, the bus is moving out, so I'm ease off the gas nice and early. So you notice the gap what I'm keeping. This is what you want to do at all times. Hopefully those lights stay on green, because if it didn't, I'd just be wasting fuel. So it's grading me sitting in traffic. That's what's happening here. The lights ahead of me is on red, so I'm slowing down. Now it's changed. I'm going to turn left at these lights on mirrors now and signal. Look into the junction, make sure it's safe. Oh, that's a shame. The lights have just changed back to red. And cancel. So now my eco is on. So I pressed on the brakes once I stopped. Now it's turned the engine off, so it's saving me fuel. So this is what I'm talking about. So the lights have changed now. Just watch out for these pedestrians. Prepare to stop for them as well. Just got to watch out this car on the left as well. Prepare to slow down and stop. You got to. But remember, the main thing what I'm talking about, look for parking space here, around here. It's eco, not what I'm doing here. So I'm going to stop here, park here. So I signal for that person.